Welcome to The Breakthrough. I'm Allison Dean, VP of Operations at Theorem, and today we are talking with Jo Gaines, currently Area Vice President for Salesforce Digital 360, leading the company's business and marketing efforts. She has spent over 20 years working for and with technology and media companies, including Crux, CBS, Yahoo, and Census. And, fun fact, her guilty pleasure is feta cheese. I do enjoy some feta. Jo sent me this quote from Jane Goodall. What you do makes a difference, and you have to decide what kind of difference you want to make. Hi, Jo.
Hi, Allison. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great.
I want to know what that quote means to you.
I've been really fortunate recently to have found a coach, a business coach, who just, she just gets me. She understands me. And she's encouraged me to get out of that too much thinking at the micro level and take it, to that sort of 20,000 feet view. What is your purpose? What do you want to be known for? So I've discovered, it's not just a hobby of mine to support women and to mentor and lift other women up. And I find that lifting up other women in particular for me gives me energy, gives me focus, it gives me momentum. And so I'm making career decisions, I'm making life decisions on how can I have more of that sort of social impact.
Do you think that the Olympics project, would you attribute that as being the most difficult project that you've been part of? Or is there another project that you would put that stamp on?
I think that sometimes the most difficult projects are actually the smaller projects that, have where customers want some quick wins. I work with lots of customers. We want some quick wins. We want sort of a point solution. But the projects that are sort of big transformational, cross cloud, we want to move data between different sources. Bringing that all to life is hard, of course, but you've got a vision and you've got a roadmap and you know where you're going and you know how you're going to unify it. But we started recently working with a client here called Mecca Cosmetica. They're the largest beauty destination in Australia. And they pride themselves on their physical store experience. So the founder, Jo Horgan, she wanted to change the experience for women in particular, that when they went into a store, that they would be treated really well, that they would feel special, that the person in there would know them, would understand them, would recommend things to them, wouldn't be pushy, would just make it a really pleasurable experience. How do you make that digital? How do you transform the in-store to the digital anywhere? And she has this incredible vision about where she wants to take her company. When you have that vision and you know where you're going and you know what sort of the end state, whether you get there or whether that shifts and changes along the way, so much easier to work with than, we just want to solve these two problems right now. Like, no, but that's sort of part one. Where are we going after that? So I guess the most difficult projects I work on is where we don't have the long-term vision.
Can you talk about a breakthrough that you've had recently?
So I'm the executive sponsor on the Salesforce Women's Network in Australia. And we recently had a panel on domestic violence, and they were just talking about the incidents of domestic violence during lockdown and what's happened during COVID. And I spoke about some personal stories. It was a breakthrough. It was like, I have a story that can be relatable to lots of other people. I had lots of outreach afterwards. And then the community shelters actually asked me if I would become a community shelter ambassador. And since then, I've been asked to speak on different panels and in different talks. It's kind of opened up this channel for me to, again, help support women who are experiencing hardship. I'm now discovering that I have a voice and I can help people in a way that goes beyond, coaching and mentoring within a work environment. It's much bigger than that.
Thank you, Jo.
Thanks for having me, Alison. I really enjoyed it.
Thank you for watching just a few of the highlights from this week's Breakthrough episode. To see the full podcast, click the link in the description below.